Alright, what's up guys? So today we'll be looking at the Lord of Geo himself, Zhong Li. I'm going to be taking a look at his talents and explaining everything that I understand to you guys as well as the constellations. And then we will head over to his skill animations in the test run. So let's start off by looking at some of his talents. So his normal attacks are pretty basic, performs up to 6 consecutive spear attacks. Charged attack consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, causing stone spears to fall along its path. So that's basically the normal attack, and let's move on to the next attack, which is his E skill, Dominus Lapidus. So let's see what it does. Commands the omnipresent power of Earth to solidify into a stone steel, dealing AoE geo damage. Additionally, the stone steel will resonate with other geo constructs in the vicinity, dealing geo damage to surrounding enemies. The stone steel is considered a geo construct and can both be climbed and used to block attacks. Only one may exist at one time. Yeah, so basically if you just tap E, you're gonna summon a stone steel, which is basically nothing but a geo element, a slab of geo basically, which apparently deals damage to surrounding enemies. Now, one thing to note here is that a geo construct is, I believe it's anything that is made out of the geo element, and any surrounding enemies within the vicinity of geo constructs will take damage. And moreover, you can just climb it just like climbing any other object and use that as you wish. Now, the more interesting thing about this skill is that you actually have another effect from this skill, and that is if you hold the button. So if you hold E, it causes nearby geo energy to explode, causing the following effects. Creates a shield of jade. The shield's damage absorption scales based on Zhong Li's max HP, and absorbs geo damage to 50% more effectively. Causes AoE geo damage if there are nearby targets for the geo element. It will drain a large amount of geo element from a maximum of 2 such targets. This effect does not cause damage. Okay, so if you hold the E button instead of tapping it right away, instead of summoning the stone slab, the steel, you'll get a shield instead. And that shield is going to absorb damage from nearby enemies. It's going to be scaling off of Zhong Li's max HP, which is very cool. So it's a pretty versatile character already, as you can tell. Like, you can already be defensive or offensive based on the situation. Let's move on to the more powerful skill, which is his Q, Planet Befall. Brings a falling meteor down to Earth, dealing massive geo damage to opponents caught in its AoE and applying the petrification status to them. Petrification. Opponents affected by the petrification status cannot move. Okay, so that's amazing. That's basically an AoE stun that deals massive damage. How many seconds is probably shown here? Yeah, so oh wow, so it's already almost 4 seconds at level 8. Okay, it's level 8. Oh, right, but I mean, that's actually still pretty good if you think about it. It's an AoE stun. I'm not sure how big the AoE will be, but I'm guessing it'll probably be somewhere around what the other AoEs look like. And yeah, so that's the Q skill. And let's look at the next one, Resonant Waves. So that's the passive skill. When the Jade Shield takes damage, it will fortify. Fortified characters have 5% increased shield strength, can stack up to 5 times, and lasts until the Jade Shield disappears. Wow, okay, so moving back to his E skill, Dominus Lapidus. If you hold the E skill, we found out that Zhong Li gains a shield made of jade. I think this is what it's talking about. And after you gain a shield, and every time you get attacked, that shield strength increases by 5% and stacks up to 5 times. So basically a total of 25% increased strength on top of what you gained over here. So this is pretty cool. Dominance of Earth. Planet Befall deals additional damage equivalent to 33% of Zhong Li's max HP. Okay, now that's something different. because so far most of the characters that deal damage scale off of their attack, like more or less. So this is why if you're building, if you want the best artifacts for most of your DPS characters, you can just close your eyes and go for attack, crit rate, crit damage. This should make things pretty interesting because now you'll have more versatility, more options while you're choosing the artifacts, because now he has a skill that actually deals damage and scales off of his max HP as well. And the last skill, which is also a passive talent, refunds 15% of the ores used when... Okay, so this is not relevant to any PvP, PvE. It just refunds 15% of the ores used and crafting polearm type weapons. Okay. After reading all of his talents, straight off the bat, I would say that this character would either be a support or a DPS character. And let's go ahead and take a look at his constellations. Rock, the backbone of Earth, increases the maximum number of stone steels created by Dominus Lapidus that may exist simultaneously by 2 to 2. Okay, yeah, so previously you could only summon 1 at a time. With this constellation unlocked, you can summon 2. Stone, the Cradle of Jade. Planet Befall grants nearby characters on the field of a jade shield when it descends. Oh wow, so besides dealing tons of damage and stunning your targets, now this also grants all your nearby characters a jade shield. Moving on to the next one, Jade, shimmering through darkness. Increases the level of Dominus Lapidus by 3. Okay, so this basically is one of those regular constellations that increase your skill levels by 3. Let's go to the next one, Topaz, unbreakable and fearless. Increases Planet Befall's AoE by 20%. Okay, so this is talking about the radius of the AoE. And increases the duration of Planet Befall's petrification effect by 2 seconds. Oh my god. So you basically get everything but more. Bigger AoE, more stuns. Wow. Next one, Lazuli, Herald of the Order. Increases the level of Planet Befall by 3. Alright. And the last one, Chrysos, Bounty of Dominator. When the Jade Shield takes damage, 40% of that incoming damage is converted to HP for the current character. My god. A single instance of regeneration cannot exceed 8% of the character's max HP. Okay, so this is pretty nuts. So basically, after you gain your Jade Shield, every single attack you take, as long as the shield is not broken, heals you instead. And apparently the maximum cap on that healing is 8% of your maximum HP. And yeah, that's about it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his gameplay. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all his skill animations in this test run. And guys, if you like this video, smash that like button and consider subscribing, as I will be making more content on Genshin Impact. Let's catch you guys later.
You've been a naughty boy.
Rise! Freeze! This is order!
Oh, so sorry.
Rise!
You're in for a little shock.
Freeze! This is order. Quake! Dodge this! This is order.
So sorry. Try not to invade us too much.
Order guide you.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liu tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle.